Hello, my name is Eric Seal. This is my level. I'm with Team Emerald, and I got my inspiration from Norway slash Iceland. I wanted to do some kind of Viking architecture for my level, mainly because I have Viking in my blood and I have ancestors that are Vikings. So let's get started. So right here, this is my ruined castle area. I decided to make a ruined castle because obviously Vikings don't exist anymore, and I am aware that some of their structural integrities are still out there, but they're mainly ruins. So I decided to make a ruined castle that was damaged throughout war, and I made a little climbing area over here so you can get your key to access to your first door. I also wanted to make the castle tall enough so you can see my focal point. My focal point's coming up here after these doors. So this is my focal point. It's a castle looking dungeon kind of thing. Got my inspiration from mainly Skyrim because I like the way the team over at Bethesda did their architectural stuff for their Nord related dungeons. Got a little waterfall right here, nice waterfall. Oh, but the player can't get through. The key 2 is required, so I made this level mainly you have to explore the level in order to continue on throughout the level. To find these keys, you have to. I made the player have to look around. And he found the second key. So let's continue on. So inside the castle is going to be a dungeon. This is like a dungeon feel, like Skyrim. Skyrim mainly inspired me from this because a lot of their dungeons look like this. Add some more climbing. I didn't include stairs because obviously it's a ruined castle. You got to make the player climb out of there. Another set of stairs. And then there we go. The doors close. Showing my valve. And I got over here a little farm stable because, you know, Vikings have farms. And over here we got our longhouse. Wanted to get that great hall feel, like a Viking hall feel, with the Jarl 2 chairs right here, the Jarl and his queen, and then the tables for the warriors. Over here a little bit more forest, give it more nature vibe. And then I have a little watch. It's not little, it's big. I have a watchtower over here because I know that it's medieval era, and there's a lot of guard towers where archers stand by. So it's like an old ruined wooden watchtower. And as you can see, you cannot climb down because the door's closed on the other side of the tower. So you gotta jump down. And then here's the gate I decided to make to exit my level. Just wanted to give that a wall vibe that you can't get over, and yeah. Well, this is my level. I hope you enjoyed it, and on to our next designer, Jack Smart. Take it away, Jack.
Hello everyone, this is my little village pass. I wanted it to be clear to the player where to go right from the get-go. So there's a lot of landmarks like those towers you see there. I'm just going to go into this first building and there's our first collectible there. This sign right that he passed says icy water will slow your bones. That's just hinting that I have added a mechanic that if you touch the water, it does slow the player's movement speed down. The player pause there to check out, see right there that it is slowing it down. Like the characters following these statues here. See, they see that temple tower, but they cannot get to it. There's a mountain. It's nice ambient music. Looks like some money over here. I get some more. I see he's being careful because he knows that the movement speed slowed, so it's faster if he can just make the jump. And a very good job here. Some ledges can be grabbed. I think he's connecting here that these statues are kind of leading him in the right direction. Can't see the tower, so he has to just keep going up. Opens this door, goes through the tunnel. And that's cinematic here. There's a giant cave, some music. Look over at that tower we've been trying to get to. Water slows us down, so this music's really drawing us in, so I think this is the way to go. We're gonna go up this giant mountain. Make sure this thing's on time. Chest, we're gonna go straight to that, grab that. Interact with things before, so grab that key. Now comes the fun part. This is the challenge of the level here, of the village pass. It's just to make your jumps. If you're trying to carry a donkey or something through this, I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to be making it. This was inspired by Jedi, the Fallen Order. Did you grab the key? Yes. See the little signs at hinting the tunnel entrance. It's this way, so it's a little hidden. So I'm glad that sign's there. And see, they said, "Oh, E to interact with key." If we didn't have that key, that wouldn't have worked. This is a nice ending here with this tower that we can see, in this giant doors we're running down to it. These statues still lining the way. Look at that mountain that we just passed because we're awesome. We got through it, y'all. Good job. Open these giant doors. Look at that giant tower we've been looking to get to. Looks like we can't go back. It's closed behind us. That path is done. Nice village over there. I think I see some fire. And this is called Adventure. So we're going to continue the adventure onto my man Brian LaFontaine's video of his level.
Hello, my name is Brian LaFontaine, and this is my level, the Temple. As you can see, it's a very dense woodland area. It's got a lot of trees, a lot of grass, some logs here and there. I put a little shack, it'll be kind of like a checkpoint. And then here you start seeing ruined walls and whatnot. So a lot of my inspiration came from the Incan ruins of Machu Picchu and the Inca Trail. So the entire level is going to be based on collecting a few, like some treasure, and moving up towards a temple. So there's a lot of verticality of just going up. So every time you're moving somewhere, you're moving upwards. So once you get over the wall here, you're going to see that we got a lot, like towers. You see some fire off in the distance, a fountain with fire. And you jump up here and find the chest up here, and there appears to be a key. You can collect the key, and once you get to a certain point here, a cinematic will play, showing the temple's fire at the top. You can hear the audio for the fire. Unfortunately, the music I selected, does not render for some reason. I haven't been able to figure that out, unfortunately, for the final build. But as we press on, I'm going to admire the scenery and open the door. As it slides open, we can go in. It'll close, be operating as a gate and a valve, even though my first valve was the ruined wall. You can't actually go back from there. Going here, we can collect the final object of this area, which would be the magical tome. Pretty much it's just it's a book, and it's the thing in the area that you're looking for. while in here, I actually used the dynamic light from the flames of that little tornado there to actually light the platform so you could see them more easily. Now, come down here, and we have what I'm most proud of is my waterfall. I spent a good amount of time making this work. And overall, it's a very pretty landscape. You go on down, and you've reached the end of my level. Next up is Jason. Take it away, Jason.
Hello, my name is Jason Lester, and this is my level. The main focal point of my level is this big castle church-like building. In the beginning, I do have a cinematic that shows you the objective, letting you know you need to go up to the top and get that cube somehow. You don't quite know where you need to go yet, but you know you need to get that. We're going to go up the bridge. There's water under that bridge, and I did add in a functionality where it will slow the player down if they decide to walk through the water. Over here on this side, there's nothing special over here. Just a little, natural area with some decorations to fill in the world a little bit. There's nothing pertinent to the level that is over here. No collectibles or anything that you need to successfully finish the level. Around the back and the other side, there's not much there. There's trees, brush, sticks, but nothing you need to pay any attention to. What I was going for here was like an abandoned church or something, a temple that you would find in a jungle. Up here you've got an altar, you've got the warring sides, trying to show balance through the game. One side's chaos and one's a little more peaceful. The statue does allow you to pray at it, and when you pray, there's a magical orb that appears. This is more of a breadcrumb feature. You'll see here in a second. When you get close enough to it, it does lead you down the path you need to follow. I thought this would be a nice, effective way to get the player where they need to be. It does take a little bit to jump around the map. But once you follow it and get where you need to, you'll see here in a second. I wasn't really basing this off any religion or anything. I was just going for a ruined church type feel. Here's an interactive. You don't really see what the interactive does, but it actually opens up that door that's just beneath it. You can pray at this statue, which allows you to turn on lights in this shaft over here. There's an elevator that is always running, just goes up and down. You do have to be quick to get on it though. I'm gonna run up here to the top of our world and find that collectible we need. Now we go all the way back down. The player does not take damage, so you can just go ahead and hop back down. And you notice that the elevator actually stopped moving once the player collected that cube. Now we're going to make our way all the way back up. We should be able to open this back door now. And we have left our main play area. There's some details and everything up here. There's actually a tripwire up here that will set off a chain event. You do have the option to cut it. You can also jump directly over it. But if you set it off, it does cause a rock slide that reveals some treasure hidden underneath the tower. And that is the end of my level. Thank you for watching. And next up we have Remington.
Hello, I'm Remington Hartman, and this is the Forest of the Lost. As we're proceeding through the area, the first thing that really pops out is the unusual color patterns on the trees. Clearly they are unnatural, and how many are in the area on top of growing in unnatural places seems to suspect that they grow at a very rapid pace in weird places. As we can see, the yellow trees seem to be leading us somewhere, and the blue trees seem to be growing on the walls. As our hero's looking around, he can see that someone else has tried to climb these trees before and got stuck. And apparently our hero seems to have no trouble traversing over the blue trees. As you're going down the ramp, you can see that sometimes you can't always go back the way you came, so guess the only way is up. As he's looking around for a way to jump, can't make that kind of jump, so he looks around and finds another way to get to a higher spot. Yeah, we got more yellow trees, and that's usually a good sign. So as we're looking around, we see this huge tree formation in the way, and needs to be getting out of the way, so some herbicide seems to be needed. If the trees can spontaneously grow, they can spontaneously disappear. And now that we're free from that horrible forest, we seem to be surrounded by unusual stone formations and old civilization statues. As we're looking around, this place has obviously been abandoned, but there's still fire, so that means someone's been here recently. And as we look at the ground where the stone is, it seems to be taking the life from the ground, so maybe that's supposed to stop the plant life from spreading. And so, as we look around, it seems they blocked off the growth path for the trees, and we found some fires leading us to what looks like a safe haven. And it's even introducing itself as the Sword and Shield. Now that we're in the lodge, it looks like we can take a nice long rest from our wild adventure through all kinds of weird and unusual places. Alright, thank you for your time. Have a good day.